What's up YouTube? It's Legend Dream and we're back again with another NBA 2K26 center build video. And finally, we have the build that you guys have been asking for the most. The 7'4" toxic inside masher. Now, like I was teasing in the earlier video, in the first build video that I dropped, we had to make it a little bit different just because there's some attributes that are tied together this year that weren't last year. We're still able to get the same effect, and the cap breakers are going to make this build absolutely insane. There is going to be some absolutely nuts center builds out there this year, especially if you're going to make them this way. Now, this build doesn't have pass accuracy. If you're new to the channel, the whole concept behind this build that I'm about to show, 7'4", tallest height you can go, 99 finishing, 99 post control, that kind of thing. Now, we do incorporate the cap breakers into here as well, especially with the build specialization, but cap breaker system works differently now, so we're going to be able to turn this build into an absolute monster. And some of you guys have been asking for the catfish version of this build. You're going to get that once you get 5 cap breakers. You're going to see what I mean here in a second. But enough of me talking, let's get into this build. So of course we're at the center position. You want to go 7'4". We're going to go max wingspan. So we have a little bit of a choice here. You can go 230 pounds. You can get that 62 perimeter defense as you see on the screen in front of you. You'll also get that 62 speed. However, you only get a 97 offensive rebound. But if we bump up the weight to 233 pounds, we can get a 99 offensive rebound, but you have to sacrifice the 62 perimeter defense with bronze immovable enforcer, and you lose a tick of speed. So I kind of contemplated, I went back and forth with this. I originally had the 230 pounds, but at the end of the day, 7'4" toxic inside masher, getting that 99 offensive rebound, legend rebound chaser, and everything to go on top of it, definitely think that is much more needed. It's only 1 point of perimeter defense, it's only bronze immovable enforcer, and it's only a couple points of speed that we're gonna end up losing, so I think it is worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and go 233 pounds, and of course the max wingspan at 7'10". So now we can go ahead and click continue. So here you guys can see the build. So right now we have a 98 close shot, but like I said in the first build video, I ended up buying level 40, so I already have a cap breaker. We're gonna apply that to our close shot. Having a 99 is definitely very expensive and it takes up a lot of your attribute points, so I had to drop that a little bit, decided to use a cap breaker on it. I'm gonna have one off rip right now. Of course, it's gonna be fairly easy to get a couple cap breakers in the rep rewards, one at rookie 5 and I believe at starter 3 or something like that. It shouldn't take too long, and you got your crew cap breakers and everything like that. So if we came back later in the year, we're probably gonna be able to make this build a little bit better because we can add some more cap breakers to our close shot, whatever it might be. But like I also mentioned too, build specialization, I will be specializing in the finishing category. It is going to be quite a grind, but a build like this is going to make that finishing grind just a little bit easier. So we will be adding our 2 finishing specialization cap breakers to the post control so we can eventually get a 99 post control. Now, this year I went with a 90 standing dunk. That's because of the max badge +2. And currently at the moment, there's no dunk packages past the 90 standing dunk. So to me, it didn't really make sense, and we might as well utilize that max badge +2 so we can get gold rise up, boost it up 2 points, and we get legend rise up. And again, we add a cap breaker to this. We're gonna get a 99 close shot. We'll get that legend hook specialist and legend paint prodigy off rip as well. And then again, you got your elite big man contact dunks, and we could also max +1 post up poet to get that on legend. So we're still gonna get all of those inside legend finishing badges the way I kind of finessed it and worked it. But like I was talking about earlier, you're probably wondering, a 73 driving layup. So now this year, the close shot, once you bring it up, it actually brings up the driving layup as well. Last year, you could bring up your close shot and it wouldn't bring up the driving layup. This year, that is not the case. So we actually have a driving layup on this build. So that is actually going to help us out with pick and rolls. And if you want to add 2 extra points, you can get the lethal layup takeovers as well. Only a 55 driving dunk. It would have been nice to get a 75 driving dunk to match that 90 for Wemby's dunk packages. But still, elite big man contacts, that's the most important thing. And we're still going to get that legend rise up. And again, 7'4" toxic inside masher. There's no shooting on this build. And I went with a 71 free throw, so it actually brought up my 3-pointer. But come back to this part in the cap breakers, because this is going to be extremely cheesy and builds might be made a little bit differently Unfortunately, once people start getting cap breakers, you might be able to finesse this builder and get some absolutely insane builds. So this year, I have no idea how 25 pass accuracy is going to be. Last year, you could get away with it. This year, maybe you can. I don't know. I've seen some clips, I believe from 2K Labs, and they showed 25 pass accuracy this year, and it looks like you get quite a few more bad catch animations, but we'll see about it. Again, you have to be really smart with your passing. Make sure who you're passing to is wide open. If you come down with a defensive rebound, just give it to the guy beside you, the point guard. Sometimes they stay down depending on who you're playing with, but you got to be very careful of that. And we have a 47 ball handle. We don't have any speed with ball. It's not really supposed to be a slashing type of big, so we don't have any speed with ball there. Now, I was able to get a 74 interior defense on this, so we can get bronze post lockdown. Again, we can max +1 or +2 that to silver or gold. That's going to be extremely nice. And we also get silver paint patroller with our 84 block. So we can also max +1 or max +2 that if we want to get gold or Hall of Fame. And at 7'4", you got all that offense as well. They think you're going to be a baby down there. The 72 strength is going to be a little bit deceiving. You should be able to get some decent stops. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Unfortunately, we're not able to get a movable enforcer since we wanted to go with the 99 offensive rebound. So you have to sacrifice something, but if you would prefer to have a 62 perimeter defense with a movable enforcer and only go up to like a 96 offensive rebound, you could probably get a few more attributes spread out throughout here, but I really do like trying to get that 99 offensive rebound. It's going to be really nasty. And of course, like I mentioned before, I don't put steal on many of my builds, and you only get a 59 steal with a max wingspan, so you don't get any badges from it, so I didn't increase it. And of course, a 94 offensive rebound, we got Hall of Fame box out beast, and we get gold rebound chaser. So obviously this is set up for cap breakers. Eventually down the line, in a few months, we're going to be able to get 5 cap breakers, put this up to a 99, get legend rebound chaser. That's going to be absolutely nasty as well. For the time being, you could max +1 or +2 rebound chaser to Hall of Fame or legend. Same thing with box out beast, you could put it to legend if you want. 85 defensive rebound. I wanted to get a little bit defensive rebound because I know a ton of people put offensive rebound on their build, but this year everybody's cashing out, everybody's shooting like crazy. I don't know how many offensive rebounds there's going to be, so I want to make sure that I'm still able to get position and grab those defensive boards, prevent some offensive boards, where I hope I can do the opposite and snag that offensive glass, go back up with it, catch some bodies, whatever it might be. So you can get a 61 speed. I decided to sacrifice 1 point of speed to 60. That's still pretty decent for a 7'4", especially considering last year's 7'3" max speed was 60. So I'm totally fine with the 60 speed on this at 7'4" with an extra inch of height. It also freed up a few points. That way we could get our 85 defensive rebound and our 74 interior defense for bronze post lockdown. 40 agility would be nice to get a little bit more. And again, I know people are going to be turned off about it. I already see the comments coming. The 72 strength. This is a new game. I don't know how this is going to play this year with the lower strength, but the most interesting thing this year too, box out beast is not tied into strength this year, but however, strength is still supposed to play a factor in your box outs. But again, in previous years, I've been fine with that 72 strength, having a 7'4" frame with a max wingspan, having some decent defensive stat ratings as well. You're still able to hold your own pretty good, and again, you can finesse with post hooks, drop steps, spins, whatever it might be. We also get physical finisher because of the driving layup being increased with our close shot as well. So I know a lot of people are going to be turned off about the 72 strength, but I can't wait to use this build, get some gameplay, and show you guys what this build can do this year. And of course, the 70 vertical, that is to match our 90 standing dunks, so we can get elite big man contact dunks. And we can only go up to a 72 vertical, so this is the cap for everything. I would have liked to get a little bit more pogo stick, but we can still get gold rise up, bronze high flying denier, and posterizer. And for our takeovers, pretty much what we get to choose from is basically just a paint surgeon takeover ability, but that is going to be absolutely nasty. And I love the unit one as well. And again, even if we don't increase our offensive rebound off rip, you put on the unit takeover. Once you're in takeover, you're going to get that 99 offensive rebound, 99 close shot, and you're going to get a 95 standing dunk with legend rise up with a max badge +2. So now we can go ahead and click continue, and we get shades of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Robert Parrish, and 94, 95 Shaquille O'Neal. And we get a board hunting post scorer. So a pretty fire name, can't lie there. I think last year it was a board hunting interior scorer, so almost identical name, except this year we got the post scorer name. And as you see, strengths, won't miss many bunnies, supreme post footwork, crashes the offensive glass with authority, dominant standing dunker. Our weaknesses, not a break starter by any means, and not a pick and pop option? Not yet. So next up, stay tuned because we're gonna get into the cap breakers, and this is gonna turn this build into something else. So now upgrading this build first, we can only get up to an 85 overall, but what I'm going to do once I make this build, I'm not going to make this build quite yet. I'm going to grind my first build at least to a 90 overall so I can get a rebirth. It makes the most sense. Maybe I'll grind that even to a 95, but for sure at least a 90. Then I'll make this build so I can get a few more attributes, get more badges right off rip, bring this thing into the wreck and start going crazy. But if you guys are fresh to the game, this is your first build, this is how you could increase it. You might not have that extra cap breaker like I already have if you don't buy level 40 off rip, but still that 98 close shot, you're still going to be absolutely dominant with it at 7'4". So I went with that. No driving layup for now, no standing dunk for now either, but we did go a little bit of post control. Just the logic behind that, we have our close shot, so we can't start off with our standing dunks yet, but that's why I would recommend, if you already have a build, wait till you at least get to 90 and then you can make this, and then you should be able to even get that 90 standing dunk and a bit more finishing, and it's going to make it a little bit easier to use off rip. But a little bit of post control so you can drop step, post hook, whatever it might be with that 98 close shot. A little bit of free throw just so you can try to knock down a few points here and there if you are in the wreck. And then of course a 60 interior and a 74 block. That's going to get you bronze paint patroller. It'll be a little bit tough at start. Again, recommend waiting until you get a first build to 90, and then you can hopefully maybe even get that 74 and an 84, but still bronze paint patroller, you'll be able to do a little bit of something. I maxed out my rebounding, 7'4". I really want to be able to clean up the glass right off rip, get more offensive rebound opportunities, go back up with it with your quick close shot, be able to clean the defensive glass as well. Of course, pretty much max out our physicals except for the agility, so we can get our elite standing contact dunks when we get that 90 standing dunk, and of course it's going to help with rebounding and whatnot. Definitely want as much strength as we can, and we got to get up and down the court nice as well. That'll cost you 189k VC off rip. Now this is where this build gets absolutely dangerous. If we come to the cap breakers, once I get 5 cap breakers and apply it to this build could get a 76 3 ball. And then once I finish my build specialization, I'll have a 99 close shot, 99 post control, 90 standing dunk, max badge +2, legend rise up, all those legend inside badges, and I'll be able to get a 76 3 ball. I could even max badge +1 or 2 set shot specialist to get it to gold or Hall of Fame, turning this build into an absolute monster. Now this is what I mean. Builds later on down the year might be crazy because you could totally finesse something like this. Maybe you could eventually drop it down to that 94 close shot. That's going to open up a ton of more attributes for you because that 98 weighs so heavy. Maybe you could get some more pass accuracy on that. Leave your 3 ball down, leave 5 cap breakers for that, get it up to a 76. You're going to have all this crazy inside finishing. You might be able to get some more defense or rebounding, whatever you want to do there. So this build could turn into something absolutely dangerous once you get enough cap breakers for it. Now, of course, we need 5 cap breakers to get to a 99 offensive rebound, and we need another 5 cap breakers to get that 3 ball. So once we get 10 cap breakers, this build is going to be insane. And I'm just going to wait until I finish my finishing specialization and to get that 99 post control. And then all the rest of my cap breakers, of course, I'm adding that +1 to 99. But after that, my next 10 cap breakers, I think I'm going to go with my first 5 to here because I have my unit takeover. Once I'm in takeover, I get that 99 offensive rebound anyway. And the sooner that I'm able to shoot, the better this build is going to play. It's going to open things up for your teammates more. The shooting is going to be amazing this year, especially with the stick. And I believe I should be able to get Jonathan Isaac base on this build as well. So these builds are going to be absolutely insane, man. I cannot wait to get these next 5 cap breakers, get a 3 ball on this thing, and turn this into the catfish 7'4" toxic masher. So that's what I'm talking about. I was very curious how these cap breakers were going to turn out, and I was not expecting the 3 ball to be able to go up to a 76. Now it is a little bit interesting. I thought maybe that'd be the same case with the pass accuracy, but it's not even worth it to increase my pass accuracy. I think I can get up to a 55 pass accuracy. I might be able to get like bronze dimer or something like that. I think that's what the cutoff was last year, but it's not really worth it just to go up to that. Maybe it could be, but we don't know yet. We still got to play the game, see how it all runs and everything just like that. that. But I was just very surprised. I thought I'd be able to get a little bit more pass accuracy, maybe even up to like a 71. That would have been unreal on this. I would have added 5 to my pass accuracy, 5 to my 3-ball, and then hopefully if I could get 15 cap breakers again like last year, add it to the offensive rebound to get it to the 99. This build has a ton of potential. Once we get more cap breakers throughout the year, this thing is going to turn into something insane, but I'm probably going to remake it eventually later on, like I mentioned, just because that 98 close shot, that is going to be weighing down a lot of these other attributes, but still leave those 5 cap breakers open for that 3-ball. Maybe we can increase our offensive rebound a little bit more. I can't wait, man. These cap breakers are going to be insane this year, plus the max badge plus 1 and 2s. It's going to be a lot of fun. So like I mentioned, I haven't made this build yet, so I can't put any of these max plus 1s or max plus 2s. I'm waiting until I get my first build to at least a 90, then I will be making this build. But like I mentioned, my max plus 2 for my tier 2 badge will be on Rise Up, so we can get Legend Rise Up, just like that. There aren't too many tier 1 badges that really are useful to max plus 2, but you could go with like Off-Ball Pest, so you can get it to gold, I believe, so that might help you out playing with defense a little bit here and there. But again, like I said, once we get our finishing specialization, max plus 2 to Rise Up, we're always going to have that Legend Rise Up, and then we can do our max plus 2 once we get 5 cap breakers to our shooting and get gold or Hall of Fame set shot specialist. This build is going to be crazy, man. It's going to be so wild. And then we can also max plus 1 our post up poet while we're grinding out our finishing specialization, or we can also add it on to something else that might need to be added up, like Paint Patroller or whatever it might be. So there's a ton of options here, man. This 7'4" toxic inside masher eventually going to turn into the catfish toxic masher. I can't wait to get gameplay for you guys, man. Definitely stay tuned. So once again, I haven't made this build yet. I haven't put VC into it. I'm waiting until I get to a 90 overall, so I don't have all of these animations yet, but I'll tell you guys what I would put on this build. So jump shot, once I do increase that to a 76 3-ball, it will be Jonathan Isaac base. Free throw, you can put on whatever you're most comfortable with. We're not really going to have a go-to shot, not until we get a 3-ball. Same thing with dribble pull-up, spin jumper, hop jumper. Dunk styles we can get into later. Layup styles, you can put on Zion Williamson, really whatever here. We're not going to be doing a ton of driving layups, but still some of these layups might kick in around the rim. But Zion, definitely love his layup packages. Same thing, we won't be doing any post fades, post hop shots. We could even throw in a dream shake here. We got the Nikola Jokic post go-to shot on there. Motion style, I would use Dwight Howard if that's available. I'm not sure what's going to be available at 60 speed and 40 agility though. The post hook though, I would use Joel Embiid. It's been amazing the last 2 years. It looks like it hasn't changed at all, so I'm assuming it's going to be pretty easy. But of course, if you want to try out Kareem with that 99 close shot at 7'4", by all means go for it. Pass style, we're not going to have any, and then of course our dribbling, it's non-existent here anyway. We have a 47 ball handle but a 25 speed with ball. You shouldn't be dribbling with the ball anyway, so it doesn't really matter what you put on in these parts. Now for the dunk packages, there isn't going to be anything crazy because we have a 55 driving dunk, but definitely go ahead and put on these ones that you can once you get up to the 55 driving dunk. They're going to be decent enough dunks to throw on there, so go ahead, put all of these on, the rim grazers, hangs, basics, double clutches, and tomahawks. And then of course we're going to have every standing dunk, so make sure you throw all on the regulars, the rim pulls, the athletics, the elite standing bigs for sure, and the pro standing bigs as well. And same thing, I guess we can only get the Shaquille O'Neal dunk style, so make sure you guys definitely put that on. And of course, we're not going to be able to get any alley-oops. So there we have it. I've showed you guys how to make the 7'4" toxic inside masher that's eventually going to turn into the catfish toxic masher as well. I can't wait to get some gameplay for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy this build if you make it. I think it's going to be another beastly build out there. It's going to be very dominant. Going to be a lot of fun to get some nice contact dunks out there and just try out 7'4" with insane inside finishing. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, hit that sub if you're new. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.